Okay, great. Hi, Karen. Get some more people going. I have a mouse cursor pointer on my nose. Okay. Hi, Janet. How are ya? Hi, Kathy, Rebecca, everybody. It's afternoon here. Hi, Lois. You look good too. Gloria will be coming in a minute. We're going to go ahead and get started. Hi, I'm Carol, and welcome to the second demonstration of the whole country caboodle tins. Last week we did a portion of the applique, and we did the binding on the lid. Today we're going to do the wrap, which is a little bit more involved. Just to let you guys know, I think we still do have 10% back into your account today, except for the country caboodle tin patterns. They're exempt. Shipping is still $8 for under $75 purchase. After that, it's free. It's warm here in Pittsburgh today. I wore just like a flannel jacket because it feels like a heat wave. I think it's going to be in the 40s today and tomorrow. Love it. And they're saying we're not going to have a white Christmas, so that's the only day of the year I wish for snow. And we haven't had it for the past couple of years, but that's the only day I want snow. The rest not, stay away. Last week I demoed, like I said, the lid with the binding and the applique. There were a couple of faux pas last week. I watched the replay and I had to laugh at myself because I put the sticky back tearaway in the hoop on upside down, number one. Number two, I bumped the embroidery arm, and when we shut it off and it recalibrated, it didn't line up to the blanket stitch didn't line up on the antlers right. So you know me, I couldn't let it go. I did another one, which turned out perfectly at home, by the way. That's this one. We're also going to do a button today on the machine. I'll show you guys how to do that if you've never done a button on your machine. It's the best way to do buttons. The little buttons don't fit in the M presser foot, which is the presser foot that you need to do buttons. I actually just glued these on. I hope they stay. Because if they fall off, they're going to be impossible to find because they're so tiny. But if I can find a needle small enough, I might just stitch those on real quick. It probably only need 2 or 3 stitches to adhere those. But today we're going to do the wrap. We're going to put the button on Rudolph, and we're going to have fun. I'm going to review the bias binding and how you cut it from your 1/4 yard of fabric, because I think the pictures in the book are confusing, and one of our members on the group asked about it again, that she was confused. So we're going to review it, and it's super, super simple. They tell you, and it's not a bad idea, to take your 1/4 yard of fabric, put the end in the corner, line it up, make sure that it matches the lines on your mat. Use the 45-degree angle on your mat, which is this line right here. And it does state somewhere that it's the 45-degree angle. And you're going to cut on that line, okay? From that, I've already used this corner piece, but from that corner piece, cut a 2.5-inch strip, because this is long enough to do the binding on one of your bucket handle things that go in this area here, one of these. Okay, we're going to cut that. We're going to cut this out today. From this part, you're going to cut 3 additional pieces at 2.5 inches. So you're going to flip this over, and you're going to take your ruler, hopefully one longer than this, and you're going to measure it at 2.5 inches, and you're just going to cut 3 additional strips. 2 of those strips you're going to attach together because that is what you need to wrap around your lid. The other piece and the piece that you have from the square, from the triangle that you cut off, you're going to need 2 6-inch pieces that go for the bucket handle parts right here. So you need 2 pieces for the lid, join them together, and then 2 separate pieces that are at least 6 inches long for the bucket handle. All right, I've already cut my strips at 2.5 inches, which is what you're going to do after you're done cutting your bias. From the rest of this, you're going to cut along the length 2.5-inch pieces for the wrap binding. So you're going to do your bias cuts first, cut 1 off of the corner that you've cut off, cut 3 out of this, and then from the remainder of this fabric, you're going to cut 2.5-inch strips. We brought in the bolt. I'm not going to cut what I'm using today on the bolt, but we're going to do a demo sometime during the process here and show you how to use a 2.5-inch strip cutter, not only for regular 2.5-inch strips, but also for bias binding. And it's so easy once you get it wrapped around in your head how to fold your fabric to do that bias cut out of, a 1/2 yard or 1/4 of a yard. It's really, really cool. I want a bolt specifically for that purpose. I think I want the bolt. It's either the bolt or the Go Big. And I really like the log cabin die and the goose tracks die because I saw a posy quilt pattern that used the goose tracks die and log cabins. That's always been one of my loves is a log cabin quilt, and I've never made one, so it's now or never, right? So anyway, we're going to set this aside. We're going to go over the kits again quickly just to show you. We'll be selling them towards the end when we do some selling, but this is the October design. This is the witch. We'll have to demo this one. I think this one's adorable. This is the November pattern with the pumpkins, which is right here. I'll tilt it so you guys can see. It's adorable. Love it. Love it. This is December's with the Santa, which is the one that we're going to do the binding for the wrap on today. And this is January's. We only got 4 of these in so far. More are expected in the next couple of weeks for probably February, March, April. And I might be doing a demo on those too. I want to do every one. I'm going to leave the tin out and switch out my wraps. And I love this. I love this pattern and design. They only sell the kits. You can't buy the pattern only. The kits, they have a sewing version and they have the embroidery version. In the sewing version, you still get the laser cut pieces, but you're doing the embroidery or blanket stitch on your own. The embroidery files have the blanket stitch on them, so you're doing that with the machine. All right, so we're going to go. Oh, and this is another thing I wanted to mention. I quilted the background on the Santa one. I used a green King Star. It doesn't show up very well, but you can see the quilting. And I kind of just did the diagonal lines going off. I think it would be pretty in gold. I should have done, when I do the one for myself, I think I'm going to use the gold King Star. And the pattern is on your machine. It's a decorative stitch, and it's just little tiny stars. Can you zoom in a little bit more, Sophie? Yeah, see the pattern? I love it. It's so cute. That's a good shot. On the January snowman, I used King Star Metallic in silver. And I thought of this last night because on yesterday's show, they talked about the rhinestone kit. And I thought, wouldn't it be really, really cute to put hot fix rhinestones in these little squares? So this one is going back home with me. Well, not only to finish putting the binding on, but I'm going to put the hot fix crystals on this one. I adore this. I think that the rhinestones will really be cute. I didn't quilt the lid. I just quilted the wrap. I redid this, as I've said before, and it turned out, almost perfect. I think the hardest part of this is getting your design in the middle. And I did mention that your circle template is on the back of this paper template. So you have to trace the circle, because I cut this template out. Trace your circle if you're going to cut this out, because you'll lose part of your circle. And I trace the circle onto freezer paper. You can iron it. You can get it lined up and centered, unless you're goofy like me, centered properly, and iron it down. It stays, and then trim it around. I do also want to mention that you can't do the quilting before you do the applique. The blanket stitches are only built to do on fabric without the bosal. They're not going to work if you put the bosal on and then try to applique. Your blanket stitches are not going to look right. So you're going to do your applique on the larger piece of fabric, the size that they tell you to cut it. Then you're going to apply your bosal to the back, and then you're going to trim it down to get it ready for the binding, the right size. I believe that initially they have you cut the fabric out before the applique at 6 by 9 by 22, I believe. 9 by 22. But then after your quilting is done, you're going to trim it to 6 1/4 by 21. All right? So we're at that stage now where we're going to trim this down to 6 1/4 by 21. And I already did it. I already did it for the Santa wrap. I didn't do it yet for the snowman. Another thing they mention in the instructions is to only leave 1/4 inch at the bottom. And, when you measure your 6 1/4 inches, leave this 1/4 inch over the bottom. They want the binding to come up to the edge of this. So you're going to measure at 6 1/4, but you're going to leave that 1/4 open down there. And then, I'll show you. Leave 1/4 inch down here. And total, it measures 6 1/4. All right, at this point, we're going to take our template for the handles. We're going to lay it on top, centering it. I centered my wrap by putting a little clip, taking a little notch out of the center and lining it up with this straight line on the template. And I'm just going to take this right now and I'm going to wonder clip it to my wrap. And I hope I brought my friction pen because I'm going to trace. I'm going to quickly trace this area here and cut it out because we're going to put binding in those spots. No, I think the friction will, I don't know if a wax will show up well. There's my friction. Okay, then we're going to trace. We're going to trace this. Okay. Let me make sure they show. Yep. We're good. we're good. And then I save this template. You'll get one in every kit, but I save this template and the freezer template to use further, you know. I can just, in additional kits that I get, I'm just going to set those pieces aside. So we're going to go and we're going to cut this area out. And I'm going to start off using my little 28-inch to do the sides. Get them started. And then I'm going to use scissors for the rest. I love my 28 millimeter. And scissors. You know what? I'm going to have to. I forgot my scissors. Did I mention that? Mm-hmm. Well, you know what? Are there some in here? I bring a whole tote bag full of stuff and I still forget things. Just aqua scissors. I'll just do this. All right, we're going to cut these little areas out. So Miss Kathy's keeping an eye on me, making sure I don't need stuff. My sidekick is still busy. She's supposed to be in here learning this. She's probably buying stuff on her computer. Who knows? All right, there we go. Cut out. Let me toss these. All right. I'm going to put my glasses on, see if we have questions. Nope. All right, so here we go. We're going to take one of the smaller pieces of binding and we're going to leave a little bit. We're going to take the cut edge and keep it extended up above the top. We'll cut that off later. Okay, now I need a pin. Is there a pin available? Because this is a little clogged. This tip is so fine. Sophie went to find me a pin. Maybe. Were you successful? We work in a quilt shop. Surely there are pins, right? All right, we're going to stick this in there and hopefully unclog it. Still not coming out. Well, dang. Gloria, I just heard her telling somebody she's going to come in and help me. You think she'll be a help? She does not like regular binding. Let me take this off and go in the other way. Take that off. All right, hopefully that works. Let's put this back on. No, we're not. Not going to fumble with it. All right, you know me and my glue. Oh, seriously? It's still not coming out. See, if I was home, I'd run to the sink and run it under hot water, but I'm not home. We're doing a demo, and this stuff, nothing is supposed to go wrong. I see the other. I see it. No, I don't. Let me try a thinner pin. Just what you guys want to see, huh? All right, let's see if that worked. It needs run underwater. Now, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to take a pin and stick it in here. Yep. Do what you got to do. Pin works. For this, anyway. I'm getting bigger dots, but it's okay. All right, then we're going to take this, and I'm going to leave some of it extended up beyond there. And I should do this on the mat because I'm going to iron it down to dry the glue. So, you able to get a shot, Sophie? Okay, and then hit it with the iron. And it doesn't seem like that iron is heating. It's heating up. Just my luck today. Where's my glue in my...
I don't know how long it stays on. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know.
Can I put a microphone on? I want to come learn what you're teaching.
Hey,
I want to do what you do. You're trying to be on the glue.
Yeah, the tip is clogged. I can't get...
Oh, well, I can unclog your tip. Where is your tip? Yeah.
Right here.
Okay. Right, if I just put a pin down through it.
I did that a couple times.
Oh.
Okay, the iron is heated up. There's a green light on the back side here. When it's lit, it's heated.
Oh,
it was blinking.
It's
so,
really clogged.
Yeah, I would take it. I said if I was home, I'd take it to the sink, but I'm not home, so. All right, good. Now we're going to come around here.
It was clogged with something black.
Was there?
Yeah, big chunk of something.
Huh. Did you get it unclogged?
Well, I'm thinking I did.
Here's that.
So we'll try.
Okay.
Okay, I better throw this pin away. You needed me to come help you unclog. So let's see. I will just get something. Oh, yeah. I heard, yeah.
Is it coming out?
But see, something else black. It was like fuzz on it. Fuzz
Could
on the tip.
Could have been.
Yeah. Okay.
All right,
it's
good.
working.
All right,
oh, my
good.
gosh, Carol.
Thank you, thank you.
Perfect. Look at it. Wow.
I used quilted with a decorative stitch. And I also mentioned that on the snowman, we need to put hot fix crystals on it.
Yes, we do.
So I'm gonna
fire those up right now.
Yeah, if you want to.
Okay,
yeah, we can show that.
Yeah. So this is the set. I'll kind of I can do it. Oh, here.
All right. So you just manipulate this around the corner, and I do get my fingers in the way.
Now you probably would like. Well, I have green crystals. And I do have just the regular crystal, the clear.
I like the little. There's Aurora Borealis crystals in
Yes, there are right there.
And then there's
tons
plain rhinestones, but I like the Aurora Borealis.
Aurora, she likes Aurora. Okay.
Let me turn this way because I'm running into the glue. And
so this is you're binding that?
See, why isn't the glue sticking?
It's giving you.
Because I'm doing a show.
Yeah, right, exactly.
You know what? We're not going to mess with this. We're not going to mess with the glue on this
How about,
part.
You want clips?
I have clips. I brought my clips right here. They're right in front of you.
Right there. Okay.
I'm going to pin, and then I'm just going to manipulate it on the machine as I go around.
Okay.
And I'll just do it by.
Are you ready to pull over a camera? Okay.
Yeah, she's got it.
So I want to learn.
And I'm going to use my 1/4-inch foot because that's how far I'm using the 1/4-inch foot with guide. And believe it or not, when you get down in through the bend here, you can pull this apart a little bit. so that it makes it easier for you to get the binding sewn on. Are you paying attention?
I'm like amazed at how little this crystal.
I know. And you
This
have to
came out
put-
of this bag. And
Yeah.
it's the tiniest little crystal I ever
wow.
saw.
It is. You have to put the right
We
tip.
got these as a bonus.
Yeah,
Okay.
you have to put the right tip.
Right.
You know that.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yep.
All right, we're going over here to sew. I've already loaded my bobbin in the same color and the thread at the top, and the thread number is ES840 in case anybody is interested. Okay. I'm going to move. I'm going to get rid of these big scissors, and I'm going to start.
And this is the machine Carol has at home.
Yes, Solaris. Yes.
Yes. And we have 2 of them right now to sell.
I brought my Elissimo in to have it serviced, and they gave me as a Solaris as a loaner, and I said, "You're not getting it back."
Yeah. That's exactly what she said.
Yep, I kept it. I paid for it. I wasn't free, but yeah, I loved it. All right, foot down.
I can't wait to see what you create, because once we get you doing IQ Designer and the
geez.
fancy fills, right?
When do I have time to do that?
Well, in the middle of the night when you can't sleep.
Yeah, no, you need.
Do you
to
ever
pay-
can't
you
sleep
need me to
like me?
stay home and play at night, playing on the Solaris.
Yeah.
All right, we're going to start off here, and we're going to go slower than that. Keep the
Do you need
this
your
is working.
glasses? They're over here.
no, not for close up like this.
Okay.
Yeah, fortunately. And then we're just going to move around this bend. We're going to open this up a little bit. Get this binding. Let this edge, the folded edge, curl up a little bit. It's fine.
So.
And just
That's
go
what
very,
you're
very
supposed to
slow. This is not, well, how do I want to say it? This is probably the hardest binding I've done in years, around this little bit of a curve here. But if you take your time, you know, it's
You can do it.
manageable. You can. Everybody's always in a hurry. Take your time.
Right. I know.
Quilt, you
I'm
know,
always
this
in a
needs to be
hurry.
enjoyable. Don't let it
And that's
frustrate
when
you.
I was doing the AccuQuilt, I just took my time and I
Right.
relaxed, and it worked out perfect.
Once I get out of this curve, I'll be good.
I'm thinking I picked ones that are too
Pull
little.
that over a little bit.
Oh.
Pull this out. Now, that guide wants to stick on there, so I'm going to flip it up. And you know what? Until I did this, I never sewed a button on with the machine either. I had to look it up. And it was so simple. I'm like, you know, really? You could have been doing this for years.
Yes. I
It's
never
so-
sew on a button
It's
by
so
hand.
it's so simple. Yeah.
Mm-mm.
Not by hand.
If it's the kind that has to be done by hand, I don't buy it. I look for another one.
And please don't let this discourage you from doing these. Like I said, this is the fiddliest part. Once you get past this, it's a breeze. So we're going to kind of head up the straightaway here. And I'm good. I'm going to do a little couple back stitches. And cut.
So what I'm doing here, I'm trying out
All right.
different crystals, and I kind of like the bigger one.
Okay, so
But you have to look and see which one you like. This is the tiny one, and here's the middle size.
I like this size.
Yeah. Now, what would you do? Every single dot, or do you
You
think
don't
every
have-
other? If I go every other,
We have enough to do every single one.
well, we'd have to get another set. Which
are
we
enough-
have a set. I forget they
No.
don't even cost very much, and it's all Aurora.
Yeah.
And I think there's 2,000.
Okay,
of
so
the
that's what
crystals.
this tray is for.
Yes,
Okay, to put
look
your
at that.
little.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
And when you want to put them away, you just go like that.
Oh. that's-
Wow.
yeah.
Okay. So we're going to go with this one. I didn't put the tip on. So first thing I got to do, well, you got to have it flipped over.
Well,
and I got to figure out what tip I should use.
This is going to use a lot of crystals, so maybe like every other one.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. So
Just
that's
to
what
give
I'll
it a
do.
little sparkle.
Yes.
Okay.
We always need sparkle.
Okay, so here we go. Let me put this tip back on this so it doesn't dry up again. Oh, you put the pin in.
I'll put a pin in.
That's a good idea. Okay, so here we've got, if you can get a shot, Sophie, we've got this, and it turns around so easy. Doesn't have to be perfect. If you look there, I'm probably not exactly 1/4 of an inch the whole way around, but I'm going to trim this piece off. I'm going to grab the scissors. I don't want to knock crystals all over the place. And just cut that off.
One little thing open, so I'm good.
Okay, but look at how easily it turns to the back side.
Yeah.
It turns so easily to the back side.
Now, do you sew that? Or
Yeah,
you hand stitch?
I'm gonna no. I
was
never.
worried you were gonna say hand stitch.
No.
Okay.
This leaves you enough on the back so that when you stitch in the ditch around here, it captures the back. So all I'm going to do here is just clip it for now. Fold it to the back. Clip it.
I found the tip. Okay, so I'll put the rest of these away.
Fold it to the back.
What did we do without those clips? Well, we got jabbed with pins all the time. That's what we did.
You're right. You're right. Okay. But you can see how perfect that is around there.
Yes, good.
It's perfect. On the back, let me fold. I got the fold. You just need to have enough back on the back, rolled to the back, and you should if you use your 1/4 inch foot or a 1/4 inch seam, so that when you stitch in the ditch on the front here, it captures the back side. Okay, we're going to do that after we get this other side on, and then we're going to do. We're going to follow the book.
What color thread do you match? What do you match your binding?
I used 840 in my machine, which is
okay.
Yeah,
and it's blending in with this one.
Right.
Okay.
It doesn't matter because it's not really going to show. On the front anyway. Okay, so now we're going to fuss with this side, and here's my other little piece. And as you can see, they tell you to save or cut 2 6-inch pieces for these little around the bucket handles, but you don't need near that much. Put that down.
That's it.
And I'm just going to go ahead and start sewing it. I'm not going to glue. We're going to glue up through here, but this is too fiddly, and I can't get the point of the iron there without messing up.
So that's too big of an iron, do you think?
Oh.
I
moved it.
Yeah. Here.
Is it still pointing? We're supposed to point there and there. See, I almost landed on the dang floor. Oh, okay. Did they tell you about the time I knocked over a camera?
No.
I knocked over this camera. Yeah, I bumped it and it went flying.
Yikes.
Like I said, if it's going to happen, it happens during a live.
Yeah.
Okay, we're going to start. I probably could get away with not even, well, you know what? It's too late now. You can use your regular 1/4 inch foot without the guide, because the guide kind of seems to want to snag around the fabric. Use your regular 1/4 inch foot for these little curves. Okay, we're going to go.
Yeah, this tip fits perfect with this crystal, so just waiting for it to heat up.
And I didn't think about putting it on that wrap till, when did you guys show the crystals? Yesterday or the day before? What's today, Wednesday?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Must have been Monday. And I'm thinking,
Christmas project bundle, somebody said they didn't get instructions, but it's all on the flash drive.
Right.
Yeah, so there's a whole bunch of PDF files that you can open up in your computer and print out. Yeah, so I think we explained that yesterday, right? Yeah. So maybe we'll show them again. Yeah. Oh, I can see my glue is starting to melt. It kind of looks bubbly.
Yeah, it tells you to hold that down for what, 10 or 15 seconds or something?
Yeah, and I don't think I was heated up all the way. Yeah, now it's hot. Oh.
All right. Did Tommy come over here?
Yep.
Okay.
And we have our new Baby Lock sales rep here. Maybe we'll get her to
Oh.
peek in and say hi.
Okay.
Yes. So,
Like I said, this is the fiddliest part. Once you get this done, the rest of it
did
is...
she hear that? Yeah. Yeah. Okay. She's focusing on her hands, but maybe when we switch to up here, we'll have her come in and say hi.
For sure.
Yeah.
You're almost done with that right there.
Right.
Right.
My back's
I'm looking
stuck.
at it, I can see that I'm doing one before I show all of you because usually when I try it out, I do it wrong. So,
Okay. I'll come back over here.
Hop on in. Do you want a microphone?
Whatever we need.
yeah. She's ready.
Thank you.
Yes. Yeah.
All right, I'm jumping in.
Yeah,
All right.
jump in.
Hi.
I can see where
I'll
you are
jump
right
out.
here.
Okay,
yeah.
right here.
Yeah.
There we go. Hi,
Uh-huh.
everybody.
Yeah.
Hi,
So
I'm
she-
Mitzi from Baby Lock. How are y'all?
Yeah, we love Baby Lock, right, everybody?
Absolutely. I was watching the project. Is so cute.
It is
Isn't it
so cute,
adorable?
isn't it?
It ends up doing, there's one
Oh,
for
for the
every
buckets.
month for the whole country Caboodle buckets.
Yes.
There's one for every month. I love them.
That is a great design, and I know the whole Country Caboodle group. They are
Yeah.
fantastic.
Yeah, Leanne
So,
Anderson,
yes,
right.
Leanna's fantastic.
Yeah.
Well, how cute is all that coming in?
Yeah, and she wants me to sparkle it. And I was sitting here and I was holding it. I said, "Oh, it's ready." And now my crystal's gone. So when I flipped
They're
it over,
so
I'm like,
easy. Yeah, you breathe and they
Yeah,
go
yeah.
flying.
You'll find
Yeah.
it later on your shirt.
Yeah,
There's
yeah,
usually
yeah.
info
Oh,
of that,
yeah.
for sure.
I'm gonna try it this way. I think I do better this way, putting it where I want it and then holding the wand down onto it. Because
You
it
don't
is.
put it on the tip.
Well, I did,
then do-
it disappeared.
Oh.
So where'd it go?
Are you using the right size tip?
Is that
Yeah.
one? Was it that one?
Maybe
No?
it was. Is it? No. I'm gonna try again. I'm gonna try again. So I'm
I
gonna
would
put
need
it
glasses to get that right. I
I
don't
know.
have my glasses with me.
in.
I can see close up good. Far away, I have to use my glasses.
Right.
There. It's the perfect size.
That's right.
Right? It's the
It
That looks
is.
right.
It
Okay.
is.
We're just maybe I didn't let it heat up enough.
Yeah.
So we're gonna
Yeah,
try.
could be.
See,
We'll figure it
we
out.
don't ever edit our videos.
It's all live.
It's all live.
You either get it or you don't.
Yeah, because this will happen to them at home.
Right?
And
100%.
then if we
Right.
make it all perfect, they won't know what to do when something goes wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so
Well, Gloria,
Um,
I used to do a lot of education videos, and I can tell you that my needle threader works every time,
Yeah.
except for when you're on camera.
yes, exactly.
That is the one time that needle threader will never work for
I've
us.
been embroidering for years, and last week I put my sticky back tearaway on upside down.
Yeah.
You know, I
Well, that
scored
worked
it
out
and
really
ripped it
well.
off, and it's like, why is this side sticky? And what's in the hoop not sticky? Duh.
That is live.
So Melissa, Melissa Brown only got 2 snap bands.
I wrote it
Oh, she
down.
wrote it down.
Got it.
Okay. Yeah. Who was okay? Some people got the 5. If Ella did your box, you got 5. It was when we all started helping. All the rest of us. And there was kind of a
Mhm.
tone where they were blaming Ella yesterday. And they were being
Oh.
understanding. And I
Oh,
was like,
no.
no,
Yeah.
she was
Yeah.
always does it perfect. Yeah. So it was when all the rest of us came in to help. I think they got it mixed up because 2 things were to go in the box. And so they read it as 2 snap bands were going to go in the box, right?
Whoops.
Yeah.
So, and Kathy said that day we made 48 boxes. So there are 48 people out there that only got 2
Could be.
snap bands. So
Yeah.
we got you written down. I think we're going to start shipping those. I think they're working on them today.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Nice.
So something goes wrong all the time. But that's
It's
all right.
live. This is real life.
Yeah.
We're on
And we're only only human, you know.
You're
Yeah.
only human. You're absolutely
Yeah,
right.
right.
Yeah.
We do the
Right.
best we can when we can.
Right.
Right.
Okay, we will. So if anybody else is missing, what day was that? Day 12. Day 12, you were supposed to get the seam ripper, with the double ended, and then you were supposed to get the full package of snap bands, which was 5.
Right.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
So we're getting those out today. So yeah. Now some people got 3. No, we can't explain that one at all. Right. There are people that got 3.
There's just no
Oh.
excuse. There's no reason, no excuses behind
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. So Carol, what do you
Already?
think?
Looks
It's
like it's
gonna
It
be
melted.
looks
good.
melted to me.
Okay,
Yeah.
so I'm gonna flip it. See, it fell out.
What? Yeah.
You're for sure on, right?
Why?
Mine would always do that when it just wasn't getting hot enough.
Yeah.
Like,
so maybe I'm not. Heated.
Set it down and then tip it.
Yeah.
Like,
I'm
don't
gonna,
angle it when you put it. Go to
I'm
put
gonna
the.
try to hold it. Which you're scared when you do this that you're gonna burn your fabric.
I'm gonna
but
reach across you.
Watch me burn yours. But I've done this before,
All
and
that
I've
hard
never
work.
burned the fabric.
All your
so-
hard work just for her to burn it right here live, right?
Yeah.
Unbelievable. Is it possible to do that? To hold it down long enough
Yeah.
that it would burn?
Ye-
Really?
No, I have never burned it.
Oh,
I
okay.
have never done that.
Okay.
Let's make sure that it's
That looks good.
adhered. Well, we think it is. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
it's secure.
holding.
Good.
So I think I'm going to do them that way.
It might
Okay.
be just easier going that
Okay,
route.
and we thought like every other one, so I'll do this one.
That's
then,
going to be so cute.
So we should show on Thursday this, and then also show them the separate
Yeah.
one that's the crystals. It's called Crystal AB, which has the iridescence
Right.
to it.
Aurora
Yeah.
Borealis is what the AB means.
Mm.
And I'm thinking we could use these crystals on some of the other designs that are going to be forthcoming. Do you know when they're going to ship more designs? Because we only have 4 months so far.
Well, she emailed me yesterday, so maybe I should go read her
Yeah.
email. I will.
Uh-oh.
Okay. Yes.
That would help.
Yeah. Oh, so the stones are making something around the
Oh, is it like a
snowman or
railroad
whatever you
snowman?
want
That
to
would
do.
be cute.
So they
Oh,
all,
yeah.
you know what? And that's it. They will take this and they will take it a step further.
I love
and
it.
then they all post pictures on our
Mhm.
website.
I love this.
Yeah. So
That is a good
they
idea.
especially do that when I teach IQ designer.
Oh,
Yeah,
perfect.
they've done beautiful things.
Love that
Now
for
somebody's
sure.
saying, "Oh, AB." Sharon says AB stones are her favorite.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, and Marianne says she loves her Baby Lock Solaris Vision.
Thanks,
so
Marianne.
nice to see a Baby Lock gal there with
Yeah,
you.
absolutely.
Yes. Where do you live?
So it's kind of funny. Like my main residence is actually down in Alabama. I just moved to Alabama in the fall. So coming up here to the snow, I was like,
Oh, yeah.
But I've lived actually up here in Maryland for the past 8 years. So still have a home up here too. So I'm in between, but Alabama is home.
Yeah,
So,
nice and warm in the winter.
we were complaining when it was 35 degrees
Yeah.
this week and got up and then it was in the 20s. And
oh,
then
that's hard for you
yesterday
guys.
morning took my kid to school in Maryland and it was 9 degrees.
Oh.
And I went, and he said, you've lived in the South too long. You can no
Yeah.
longer handle the cold.
No,
It was that cold here Monday. It was
Yeah.
like 7 or 9
Yeah.
degrees in the morning.
And
All the
meanwhile,
snow.
Tomorrow it's going to get to 60.
I know.
Yeah.
On Sunday, it's going to be like 50.
It's
Okay.
crazy what the
We're
weather's
not
going to
gonna
do.
get any
Yeah.
snow on Christmas.
No.
It's supposed to be warm that whole week.
Ruth Ann, down by
Yeah.
Auburn. We
Yeah.
live down there by Auburn. So we are Auburn fans.
Where
And
in
of course,
Alabama?
Yeah.
Ruth Ann
Ruth Ann.
lived-
We're
Yeah.
down by Auburn, out by the lake. And so, as traditional Auburn fans, War Eagle. So getting to live the Southern life again, which is really
There.
nice.
So
That looks
that's
great.
I love it.
So I'm going to make Carol tell me where she wants them from here.
Well,
so maybe
every other.
should I skip
well,
a row?
if
I would skip a
Yeah,
row and
yeah.
then maybe jump in like here.
What do you
And then,
think?
that would be so
Because
cute.
you don't want to go here because that's too close. This
Right.
one right here. Okay.
But
I'll
then
keep
that
looking.
one's too close.
Uh-oh.
that
Well,
one.
I
Joyce,
I
you're
didn't
close
do
to
that one.
me.
Oh, okay.
That one was the teeny tiny one that we decided.
You know,
Look,
when I
it's
get this
stuck in
home,
my
I'll end
finger.
up doing every one.
Yeah.
But how cute will that be, though, to do all of them?
Yeah.
And this is washable, right? With the hot fix on
Yeah.
Yes.
it? Okay.
Yeah, it's a great way. I love doing those. Just adding that little extra bit of bling in there is always pretty.
Yeah. Okay. See, you need the tweezers come
Right.
with the set. So that this is really nice to have. We love sparkle, right?
Gotta make it sparkle.
Okay, so what's your next step, Carol? So,
I have to finish this. I'm going to sew this binding on in
okay.
the ditch around here, and then we're gonna do the rest of this binding, and the twill gets put inside. The twill gets put in. You got to do binding here with twill, binding all the way around with twill, and then twill in the middle of this so that you can tie it in the back.
Okay.
So we're,
All right,
there's a lot.
Okay, you
we're
go.
demoing the whole thing.
Yep.
So I'm going to go sew down my binding using the stitch in the ditch.
And I'm going to just stay here and have fun.
As you
Okay?
should.
All right. Okay.
All right.
Maybe I'll show products while she's sewing.
Sure.
Right?
Okay.
What all fun products we got going on today?
Yeah, let's see. So what's first in, we're doing the
Or
rhinestone hot fix crystals,
You know what
the
we
whole
have?
set.
we still have to open the advent box.
Oh, okay, let's do that.
Yep.
Okay.
Oh, I wanna see what
okay.
this one is.
All right. Let's see. So today is what, the 17th?
Yep.
Oh my goodness. Like,
I
I don't have enough presents bought for Christmas, so I'm like getting nervous.
Thing.
You still
Oh,
Christmas shopping? You're not done yet? Here, I'll slide these out of the way before we lose them.
I'm never done. I never get it done ahead of time. Okay.
All right, let's see. This is going to be good.
Okay. So see, now,
Mhm.
okay, so we're looking for 17 right here. Okay, so 17, and they made up, so rhymes. Warmth is found in quilts so dear, made with love this time of year.
Very
so
true.
every single one of them have a really nice
That's
saying.
so sweet.
So Tommy and Kate came up with the sayings, right? Sophie?
Nice.
Yeah.
All right, let's
And
see what it is.
This is jam-packed full,
is
whatever's
tight.
in here. Yeah. Let's see. Okay. Oh, this is great. Well, you don't know what days you're going to get candy.
That's
But,
awesome.
So some of the days you get a ton of candy. Some of the days you don't get any candy. So this is,
Oh,
is this the lining for the, do you know, Carol? Is
Yes.
What?
Is this the lining for the tote bag?
Yes, right
That's
there.
why we haven't,
Oh.
that's
Yeah.
why we haven't, right here.
Yep.
Okay. I'm going to slide this off of here.
Tiffany did
It's-
just do it.
Yeah.
She just demoed it yesterday.
Oh, she did.
Mhm,
Okay.
that's-
Okay.
She
Nice.
made that one.
Okay, so
That
you
is
all
so
got
pretty.
the panel, and then but you didn't get the lining, and today is the lining for your tote bag. So
They
it's from the same collection,
And they're not all the same. They're either
Right.
green, yellow,
or pink. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So that's what this is for. And so if you want to see how to make the tote, go to yesterday's show, which December 16th, and she was on at noon, right?
Yep.
Yeah. So we've been going on twice a day.
oh wow.
Steve is the one that pushes us in that direction. He wants us to go on all the time. John is our guy that
Well, I
he
could-
shows presser feet,
Mhm.
and they love seeing
Thread the
that. He
needle,
just
Carol.
showed the 3-hole cording foot, 5-hole cording foot, and 7-hole cording foot to decorate using the wonderful decorative threads. So, yeah. So Linda says, I have 3 baby lock machines.
Oh, Linda,
Yeah.
love that. Fantastic.
Yeah.
That's
So Sharon
Wait, we
got
should
a
make
pink
it an even
lining.
number. We should make it 4. We
Yeah,
put on an
I
odd
think-
number 3. We should be even number 4, right?
It should be
It
an
should
even
be.
number. In sewing machines, you should always own an even number.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So you got to go up one more. I would suggest a applaud. Right.
Oh,
We're doing
can't
so
go wrong
much
there.
fun with that.
Yeah.
So yeah. So or yeah. So
There's always good options.
see, they always like my tops. Yeah.
Well,
So
this is super cute.
Yeah.
This is super cute with this one.
And Taylor.
Nice.
And Taylor.
Oh, and Taylor's fantastic.
Yeah, I do. And you know,
Lisa's got 4 machines. Okay, good.
Okay, 4.
All right, Carrie's
Okay.
got them too. All right.
Yeah,
Well,
but-
then it should be an odd number. They should go to 5, right?
Yes. If you have an even number,
Carol's
you better
got
go
5. You got to go to 6.
Yeah.
Michelle's got 4. I love this.
Isn't that wonderful? Yeah, Melissa
Melissa,
said
you
she
do.
needs an applaud. Yes, you do.
6 machines. All right. Oh, I wonder who's got the most out of it. Out of everybody's on and watching right now. This is
I'm
always
thinking
fun.
6. That's pretty many, right?
Oh, Marianne, you're saving for your radiance.
Yeah, that
Nice.
sounds good. Yep, you'll love it. You'll
Oh,
love
it is fantastic.
Yeah.
I am so spoiled getting to sew on one for sure.
Yeah. So okay,
But
so
you know what?
got the
Fabric is always a perfect gift at
Yes,
Christmas.
it is. It
Always.
is. So they got a panel that
Mhm.
made these 2 little, and they
Cute.
got the zippers one day, and one day they got the zipper pulls. So the
Oh,
bag
nice.
has been really, really cute. We've
That
been
is super
really,
cute. I
really
like that
proud
one.
of it. because they all told us they like projects. They like
Yes.
projects. And
Oh,
my
that's
thought
pretty.
was they could have taken. So if you haven't made your pouches, you gotta put fancy fill on this. You can't
Nice.
just make it like this.
No.
Right? Fancy fill would make it look
It would be
100 times
beautiful.
better. Right? Yeah. So
Do the work, put it in there. The machines
Yeah.
will do it for you.
Mhm.
It's even the best part.
Yep.
I love
So-
seeing all these machines coming through. Joyce, you've got 7 baby logs. On
Yeah.
that is fantastic.
That is
I
wonderful.
love this.
Yeah. So they all tune in. They say we speak their language. They understand us when we teach, and they also love that we make mistakes and we don't
Yes.
cover up. We don't edit them out
Nope.
because they'll get to a certain point and that same mistake will happen to them, and
Right.
they'll know what to do. Yeah,
That's perfect. I love that. I
And
love
we
that.
are so appreciative that they tune in. So how many people do we have?
Could
What
you
do
look
do?
in my tin and get me a stiletto? Get the pink.
So,
See the tin on the back of the, right there, underneath.
Underneath.
oh, right here.
Right.
Oh, okay.
Get
Okay.
me a stiletto.
Okay. Well, you better. Okay, we better have
Give me the blue.
Sophie tune in. Yeah, because I want them to see where she uses a stiletto.
I'm just pushing that fabric.
Oh, to
Okay,
get
so
tucked
that's
in there really
helping you.
nice and tight.
Yeah, so that I get it grabbed when I go around.
Okay.
Because I missed it the first time. So you just go back around it again.
So you just kind of use that point on the stiletto to pull your fabric in the right spot.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just
you know,
make
I
sure
always
it's
said Eleanor
tucked up.
Burns, when she sews, she always has a stiletto in her hand.
She does.
It's very
Always.
convenient for sure.
Yeah. So just make
It's
sure
one of those
that,
tools you just got. You don't think
Yeah.
about always needing, but it's always a great one to have on hand.
Mm-hmm. So you're using foot J? Is that the foot you normally use for this?
It depends. Sometimes I use a
almost feel
stitch
like
in the
an oak-
ditch foot.
Yeah.
But I didn't on here because of the curve. The stitch, I don't, it depends. Sometimes I use the end foot, sometimes I use a
How
J
about
foot.
open toe so you can see
Open
better?
toe, I
Open
do
toe.
that too, yes.
Okay. All right,
And
I'll
it's
fold
always so
up.
great having that needle down position and then that foot lifting to
Yes.
make those little. Oh, I love
Yep.
that. We get so spoiled on all the things these machines can
Okay,
do
let's
for us.
just
Now
make
look,
sure I captured
there
it.
you can see
Yep.
that Carol used decorative
Yep.
stitches. Did you show them what decorative stitch you used? 'Cause-
Yes. Well, no, I haven't. I think it is in menu 3.
Okay, there. 308. It looks like
Yes,
308.
306.
306.
306. It's a little star.
Oh, okay. 306.
But I regret. I don't regret using the green King Star. I think the gold King Star would have looked
we
really
always
pretty.
like gold, don't we?
I know. I use the
So-
green, but the quilting does show. But it's,
That's so pretty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It doesn't jump out at you. All right. So now, okay. I did change my top thread to the green because I'm sewing on the top, and I left my bobbin the same color as whatever color I told you before.
That
The
deep
840.
red.
The
Yeah.
840, yeah. Yeah, it matches the stripe. All right, so we're going to go over to this side and make sure we get that.
So we
under
should keep
there.
an eye on the time. What time is it getting to be? Because I see Kathy lining up. I better go check
Uh-oh.
on Kathy. I'm gonna take
Well, we
my
better
micro-
slip out then and let us
yeah,
finish up.
yeah. We'll go see how. I'm just gonna leave my microphone here, and I may come back in. I just want to check on Kathy and check on the time.
Right there for you.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks. Okay, so we're just going around this. Really slow because I want to make sure that I get that fabric in the back. I'm going to take both of these clips off. Pull that under there so that I make sure I capture it. And we're going to go. Okay. There we go. It's on the front, and I captured it, except for a little bit over on this side. Let me go back over it because I can't let it go. And it seems to start right around there. So let me see if I can get in tighter. Oh, I don't want to be, oh, geez. Not paying attention to where the needle is. Okay. That's why. Hold that down really good. And I would use my glue on the back, but let me move. No. Over a little bit. Okay, we're good. You are not really going to notice. You're not really going to notice that double stitching that I had to do because it blends in with the background. And, you know, this kind of rolls over it, you know, the binding kind of rolls over it a little bit too. But it's a perfect match to the background. Okay, now I have to clean up all her. This is Gloria. Stuff is everywhere. Did they open 17?
They did.
Okay.
The lining to the tote bag.
Okay, gotcha. Okay, we're going to put this stuff over here for now. And we're going to get back to this. And she's got crystals everywhere here. Okay, out comes the spit. All right, so here we go. Look at how cute. They're perfect. They're attached sufficiently on the back. I'm going to trim these little threads off because Kathy knows I can't stand stray threads.
Are we still going to do the Aki quilt
Yes, we are.
with Steve here?
If he isn't, we can. Yeah. All right. Now, the next thing that you're going to do is attach the binding to the area in between these two pieces right here. She has you use or cut an 11-inch piece, which is okay. That's what I'm going to do because we're going to fold under the ends. And when we get to this end, we can just cut off the excess. Here's me with the threads again. Okay, we're good. So we're going to take an 11-inch piece off of, I had binding cut already. Or maybe I didn't. I didn't. All right. I'm going to fold this in half and iron it. All right. Fold your binding strips in half. Iron them good. I thought I had these. I thought I had those pieces cut along with. Oh well, doesn't matter. And the iron's heating up again, so it must not stay on. So we're going to wait a second. Hopefully that's all it takes. I'll get a drink while I'm waiting. You guys still with me? All right. Who has roofs over porches? Yeah, I have a deck in the back of my house, and I have half of it covered by a roof, which is awesome. Because if it's summer and you don't, you have the option of staying under the roof or going out in the sun portion, and laying out. Yeah. Okay, iron's hot. Jeez, I swear I had these cut already. Watch, they'll turn up in when I'm done. Okay, so we're gonna take this and press the fold. Nice iron. I have the big Rowenta iron. It's a steam station that I hardly ever use because it's big. It's clunky. Like the water reservoir is big and it's on the bottom and it feeds through a thick cord to the iron and it's just cumbersome. Well, this gets nice and hot. Okay. We're going to take, I'm not going to even measure it. I'm just going to go over here. They want you to turn one end under a 1/2 of an inch. Why? I'll tell you why in 1 second. Do that and that. You have to take your twill tape and you're going to cut an 8-inch piece, I believe. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. An 8-inch piece. Where's my cutter? I'll just use scissors. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And you're going to put it in one end, and you're going to sew it in there. Now, she wants you. They tell you to place it in this area here, so that when she gives you a dimension. So we're going to sew it at the 1/4 inch. I would move it down. She says a 1/2 of an inch from the top, which makes sense because that gives you, it kind of brings the twill tape up to the top of the fold so that when this is sewn down, it's, it's even with that edge. So let's do this, and we're just going to sew it in real quick, and I have to change my thread. If my helper was here, she could do that, but she's not here. No, how about in like 20 minutes? Does that work for you? Okay. So let's attach this. I'm going to change my thread. So we're going to put this down near the bottom, near the fold, and we're going to top stitch it in there. And I have to change out my green thread because I don't think I want my top stitching to be green. Just going to toss that over there. That. Get this. Whoops, wrong way. What are you laughing at? Oh. Yeah, I know. I need a new helper. She's fired. Right?
Yeah.
All right. Gonna go in there. Don't forget to use a needle threader, Carol. Okay, we are threaded. So I'm gonna go back to this. We have to do this on both sides. Whoops, there went that flying. All right, so we're gonna stitch that in there, and I'm just gonna top stitch it down. I kind of went in 1/8 of an inch, maybe a little bit more. I'm going to put on, I'm going to go back over that again. I like double stitching. Okay, and then we're going to, you can stay there because all I'm going to do is insert the other part, the other piece of tape in the other end, and I'm going to cut it off right about there. And I'm going to fold this in.
Kidding me? It's a we only got one.
All I'm doing is folding in the other end about 1/2 of an inch. I'm going to take it over here and make sure that it goes from one end to the other of that binding that's around the bucket handles. And I'm going to iron it where it meets, which is a little less than what I had it initially ironed at, but okay. This is going to go like this. That's perfect. We're going to put another piece of twill tape in here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm going to cut it right about there. Pop that in there. Top stitch it. Cut it. Okay. So as you can see, it's going to fit right in between here. You're going to cover over the binding that's for the bucket handles, and we're going to sew it 1/4 of an inch across the top. Okay? You get rid of these threads. All right. And I am just going to wing it, Carol. Are we going to wing it? Or are we going to, we'll clip it in a couple of places. I'm going to leave that little bit of binding that's around the bucket handle for now. When I'm done attaching this binding, I'll go back and trim that off. Okay. So we're just going to put a couple of clips in to hold it. Okay, who did that? Oh, thank God. Sophie's throwing stuff at me. All right. We're going to go back to the machine and we're going to sew this binding down. Move that clip. Put that under there. Oh, let me change the foot out. I like my 1/4 inch foot. Where did I put it? I put it back in here. Oh, I got a couple, so that's the stitch in the ditch. There it is. I've got a couple. I've got this one that has a silver blade on the side, and then I've got 1 or 2 that have the black blade on the side. It depends on what I'm sewing as to which one I use. Set this over here. All right, we're going to go back. foot up, foot down. Make sure that I'm right there. All right. Get on the material, Carol. It's a little thick at this end. Just go slow. Make sure that you might have to help. There we go. That's a little thick here, so we might have to lift that up. I want a back stitch here too, just to give it some extra reinforcement. Okay, and there we go. When you turn that over, there's your tie on both sides. You're going to do the same thing for this area. I'm going to cut these little extra pieces off of this. And this. Okay. And then I may not show this, but if you roll this to the back, we're going to put the rest of this on to the front, but you know, the back is relatively easy. You're just going to roll this to the back and use your stitch in the ditch foot. You know, you can glue this down or clip it down. Use your stitch in the ditch foot or your, you know, whatever foot you prefer to stitch on from the front, and make sure that you capture the back. All right, now for the rest of this, we're going to take another hunk of, hold on one sec. All right, we're going to take another hunk of binding. I'm going to fold it in half again. We're going to take 2 pieces of tape again. We're going to, I'm going to fold this in half. Hope that iron isn't blinking again. It isn't. It's still on. I swear I had these pieces prepped already. God knows where they are. Stuff. I'm telling you, this place is haunted. I'm not kidding. I'm going to show you a trick too for doing the corners. It's cool. You can use a fold-a corner clipper tool, or you can cut a piece of thick cardboard, but it makes it so easy. All right, we're going to do that. We're going to fold this one of the ends in 1/2 of an inch and insert a piece of twill tape in it also. So we're going to turn that under. And get that iron down. And then we're going to go back over to here. We're going to grab another piece of twill tape. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Right about there. And we're we're going to put that in this end. And we're going to top stitch it real quick. All right. I'm going to put it down near there and top stitch it. Get that thread out of the way. All right. I'll just use the 1/4 inch foot and move it over a little bit. Oh. Okay, cut it. Go over here, trim all these dangly threads. Okay, then you're going to come back here and you're going to do the same thing, but I'll show you a trick for the corner. You're going to sew it to the front, line that up. Okay, that's great. Okay, I'm going to line this up. Let's cut this end off. Line this up. And I'm just going to clip it. Only going to clip it once because I'm going to show you a little trick with the folded corner clipper tool, which I need to find. All right, if you take your folded corner clipper tool, there's a 45-degree angle here. If you lay this over, well, let's take this off. If you lay this across the top, line the straight edge up with your fabric. If you go over here, line this up with your corner. We're going to get this down first. Okay, line this up. Line the top edge up of the folded corner clipper with your piece. Okay, we've got the corner going there. Move it out a little bit, 1/4 inch, and then fold that over. Slide it until this edge is even with this edge. All right, so you've got a good corner there. Hold it, take it off, flip this down, and that's your corner. You can make a template out of a heavy cardboard piece, but that works perfectly for the corner. I'm not going to go the whole way around this. They do want you to put 2 pieces of this twill tape, 12 inches long in the middle, which you need to tie this on the back. All right, to tie the tin in the back. All right, so we're going to take 2 pieces, 8 and 12 is 20. Eight and 12 is 20. So you're going to put one, and you're going to place them so that they reach the middle. You're going to clip them or sew them or tack them down, whatever you prefer, right in the middle of your side pieces. I'm not gonna, well, I guess I should measure. Does it measure 6 1/4? So we'll go somewhere around this area here. I'm gonna stick that in there. That's my marker. I'm gonna bring this over and towards the middle to the outside and just clip that on. When you sew this way, you're going to capture that. So we're going to do this corner, might do the other corner, and we'll capture this, but that's how you do corners on a quilt. Is it? All right, let's put that there. Actually, let me go to this. We're going to take this. This is mine because it's open. Has my little hearts. Yeah. So I'm going to run that across. I'm going to fold it up. This is just me being my anal self. I like nice straight things. Slide it over till those corners meet, so that this line lines up with that. Put your finger on it, fold it over, and it makes a perfect corner. All right, so you're doing all of this on the front side. So we're going to go over and just sew that portion, and then we're going to do some sewing, and we're going to show you how to cut binding and bias binding on the AccuQuilt. So I'm going to pull that out. I'm going to set this down. Find a foot control, which always moves, and start sewing. Up. Needle came unthreaded. Up. Okay, I'm going to hit the back to the beginning button so that it does my little knot there. It's still not threaded. What the heck's going on? Needle up, foot up. Should have kept the foot down. If this doesn't work, then I'm going to go back to square one and rethread the whole thing. I can't see. Is it in there? Yes, it is. Okay. Back to the beginning button, just in case. There we go. Now, what we're going to do is open this. We're going to keep this fold. We're going to go up to the top, and we're going to veer off at a 45-degree angle. To the end, to the point. And then we're going to cut it. We're going to fold this back. And because I have this clipped, this works out. It works out perfectly. Grab that back up, and then you're just going to start stitching down the side. Whoa, okay. I got to grab that back because it gets sewn in here. And it's somewhere in the middle. Okay. slide that down. I'm going to open this up. I'm going to go down to the corner. One more stitch. Veer off to the point. Cut it. And then you're going to come back and start. Keep that fold there and start sewing again. Okay, it's stuck. There we go. Now I'm going to leave that go. I'll finish this later at home or whatever, but I think I've given you enough to at least refer back to this video. Or if you've got it now. But what you're going to do then after is take these, roll it to the back, and use your stitch in the ditch foot or whatever foot you prefer to sew this down. But let me go back to here. There's our corner. This will go back like this. There's a perfect corner. This will go back there. Perfect corner. And you'll make, you'll do a little 45-degree here in the back. Or, you do a little flip and fold it over so that you get a nice point. And when you sew this down, once again, make sure that you sew good enough to capture the back. But look at how pretty that is. It's a pretty corner. Is Steve available? Is he out there? Yeah, we want to do the AccuQuilt now, tell him. He's going to come over, but look at how pretty that point is. And this point is. They're very nice. And then, there's the back. So you do that. You'll finish it just like that across the top. When you get to this other end, don't forget to fold this twill tape to the back. And
Of
don't.
course, I'm missing this whole thing.
Yeah, look at how pretty my corners are.
Oh, okay.
But we're
Yeah.
done. They don't need to see this. They can just
Okay.
use their stitch in the ditch foot
Okay.
to finish this off. And I'm just
Okay,
telling
let's
them.
see the other side. 'Cause
Yes, sure.
Oh, Carol, how'd you get it so perfect?
It's just
Yeah.
taking your time.
Okay,
It's
'cause
just
you were
really
sewing from the front.
right.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Okay, but it doesn't matter what it looks like on the wrong side.
Yeah.
Until you've done it a million times
Right.
in your life. So right?
Right. Well, not a million, but close to 989,000.
Here's Steve. I'm gonna
Yeah,
switch
we're
to
yeah
Steve.
we're gonna do
Okay.
the AccuQuilt. We're gonna do strip cutting, and we're gonna show bias strips for bias
How
binding.
exciting, right?
I know.
Get this microphone.
Look at how nice my points are. That's regular binding. But anyway,
It's our
as
Carol.
in to
Perfect.
to conclude, you want to go finish your binding to this edge. Make sure that you've got 12 inches of twill tape on this side. And when you come up here, don't forget to add your twill tape in the corner like we did on this edge, because you need 2 ties to
Did
tie.
they see that? They got to see this. They got to see it. It's
Yeah,
adorable.
yeah.
It's beautiful.
I love it. It's so cute. And we're putting crystals on the plaid.
Of
for
course.
Yep,
Of
we
course
have
we
to.
do.
Yep.
Yep.
All
These
right.
look really great.
All right. So, if you guys have any questions, message me.
Good. I'm glad you love your AccuQuilt. So is that where
Yep.
we're going next?
Yes, we are.
Can you use the AccuQuilt guys on scissors?
Or the
Oh,
Sizzix
the
dies
Sizzix
from-
die is a different
on
system.
AccuQuilt, yeah.
Oh.
You can use
I don't
Sizzix
know.
dies on AccuQuilt. You just need this spacer,
Oh, see, I didn't know that.
I think.
You think?
I think I'm right.
All right. Okay.
So we're gonna do a little bit of AccuQuilt cutting today, with some strip cutting. So we're
Yep.
doing
Yep.
on the Bolt electric cutter, which is great. This is the smaller compact version of the electric cutter. This is called the AccuQuilt Bolt. It's really accurate when you're against the name AccuQuilt. It's really accurate in cutting the strips. If you get comfortable with using the AccuQuilt, you will not go back, because just cutting your strips is so much easier. You don't have to worry about like the ruler and measuring and slipping or anything like that. Everything's perfect all the time. Piecing quilt blocks together with the AccuQuilt is amazing. The cubes make all those blocks. Gloria showed her block. I'm sure she's not here now.
Yeah,
showing her
yeah.
block too. So, but what are we going to cut first, Carol? What are we cutting?
We're going to cut.
Oh, they can't see. There we go.
No, that's okay. We're going to cut.
Some 2.5 inch strips.
Yeah, there's a piece of fabric right there.
Okay.
And then we're going to cut bias binding out of this.
Okay, so we're going to
So we're going to do 2.5-inch strips in our.
Do you want
our-
2.5 inch strips out of this, right?
Yes, yes.
Okay. So we have our.
As long as I've been quilting, I've not succumbed to the AccuQuilt, but now I want one
It's
because
nice.
you guys got it in the
Yeah.
store, and it's
Yep.
like, oh.
So
Okay.
we have our. So this is the Bolt. This is the electric cutter. That isn't the biggest one. The biggest one kind of folds up and stuff. This is the compact size. This one you can do up to 4 layers of fabric. The other systems you can do up to 6 layers of fabric. So that's but with this one we're going to use our 2.5 inch strip cutter. So this is our 2.5 inch strip. If you're ever unsure of which die you have, they're on the side. So they
Yeah.
tell you 2.5 inch strip cutter. Okay.
Does it matter which end of the bolt you go through? Does it go through this side?
So I like to cut
Oh, yeah.
from yes, you do
Yeah, it
enter
goes-
from this side and it goes through. And
Put your hand in there.
I like to use the line up here where this line is to lay your fabric. That's
Right.
where you start. That's the top of the die. So we're gonna cut some of these up, right?
Right.
So what if I can? That's not mine. That's good. Let's see if I fold this way. And this is a pretty good cut that we'll be able to just cover up all the lines and just use this way. So I'm going to take the fold of our fabric and you're going to place it up just below the solid line up here. Okay,
Yeah.
There's a solid line up there. And if you look at the blades, they stick out a little bit past the line. And that's where you want it to be. And that's the end that you want to start. So
Is
I'm
there
gonna
a
do-
blade in that line?
There's a blade in that
Okay.
line there.
All
Yep.
right.
So you want to put your fabric, don't go over the line, but you just went right up to it
Okay.
and just straight down. We're going to take our cutting mat and you're going to lay this on top and you're going to cover up. Now another trick is say you didn't want to cut out a certain portion or a certain line. You just don't cover up that blade.
Right.
So if there's
right.
a certain blade or spot or something that you want to cut that you don't want the blade to cut, you just don't cover that part up. So we're going to take the blade or the board and we're going to enter it in through this side. We have our die catcher on this other side. This is an extra part that comes with it. Is it turned on there?
It was. No.
There it goes.
There.
I'm just
right.
going to put that. In we go. It's nice not having to crank it. It's really nice not having to crank it, having the electric to go through, do it for you. So once that's done, you're going to take and you're going to just rub the mat. It just removes to remove the static electricity.
Static.
And then to get it off, take this and slide it off that way. You have much better success if you just slide it off. And then you can pull your strips there.
That piece is obviously not 2.5 inches. All right.
So
So
there's
it
our
goes
little-
in the trash. Yep.
And then here you have perfect 2.5-inch strips.
Okay, the lines on the mat. These lines on the mat don't have blades in it.
No,
But
just,
you can take these pieces that you've cut
Yep.
and line them up like this to do 2.5-inch squares.
Yes, you can.
You
Yep.
can also take, and I forget how it goes. How do you use these lines?
So if you want to cut a 45,
Diamonds, or diamonds like,
if you want to cut a 45 of this,
You can-
just on this line,
right?
you can lay that fabric on the 45 line, and
Yep.
then it'll cut your 45 line.
And you can fold this. Can you fold this over too to do your multiples?
To do 2?
Yeah, if you
could.
wanted to do.
You
Yeah.
could do this way.
Okay.
Yep.
Right.
That one's got it on it. But yeah, you could do that to get your 45
Okay.
line that way
Right.
too.
Right. I really like that because I especially like that you can stagger these this way and get 2.5-inch squares.
So the item that's in the bubble is the Go Bolt Ready Set Go system. So the Ready Set Go system is if you're new to AccuQuilt and you want to get a cutter, a die cutter, so like the machine, a cube, a 2.5-inch strip cutter. You get the mats that go with it, as well as Eleanor Burns' book. I'm going to grab the 8-inch cube real quick to show
Okay,
that goes in this set.
okay.
It's a really nice setup if you want to get started with AccuQuilt.
Yeah, we're going to demonstrate how to cut bias binding using the same die, the 2.5-inch die. It's so cool.
So in this set, as a starter set, you'll get the Go Bolt Electric. You'll get the 2.5-inch strip cutter, the mat to go with it. The die catcher is separate, but this is the 8-inch cube. Now all the cubes work exactly the same. They just produce different size finished blocks. So what this is this will make all 72 of the blocks that are on the side here. So look at all those quilt blocks, really intricate quilt
Yeah.
blocks.
Yeah, that's amazing.
And then there's a book that's a free download online that allows you to go to, say, whichever block you want, and it'll tell you you need die 1, 3, and 5, and you need this many of this and this many of this to cut it out. So inside the cube is these little drawers that pull out that have
I think that organization system is perfect.
dies. Yep, that has the dies, and they're labeled 1, 2, 3, and 4, and what they cut. And the chart tells you exactly what to cut out to make the different blocks. So it's a really, I mean, the pieces cut out so perfectly that it's so easy to piece together that you aren't distorting the fabric, you aren't manipulating the fabric. All the pieces kind of fit really well together. Let me tell you, some of those intricate blocks, unless there's some secret way to put it together, when I'm cutting the pieces out, they're not as quite as perfect as I want them to be.
right.
But with the AccuQuilt, you can get it that way. So
The AccuQuilt also on their website has a chart. If you've got a pattern that you've purchased that calls for specific cut pieces and you don't know what AccuQuilt die will do it, they tell you. If you're doing a 1.5 by 2.5-inch rectangle, they tell you what die to use. And in many cases, there are multiple dies that could be used.
their website is very resourceful.
It
They have a
is.
lot of resources on their website. So this is the Go Bolt, a Ready, Set, Go Bolt. It's a word jumble. Ready, Set, Go Bolt. And this is Monday. I received a huge order of AccuQuilt. That's good,
Good.
Sharon.
Yeah,
That's great.
good.
Yeah. So if anyone else wants to get a huge box of AccuQuilt sent to their house, we could help you with that.
Yep.
So the next item in the bubble is just the Go Bolt electric cutter by itself. So what that gives you is it gives you the electric cutter, the power supply. It comes with another die to get you started as well. But these are on special right now. I think they're just, I forget what the original price was, but all this AccuQuilt stuff, you do earn that 10% credit back. So that's eligible. So you'll get that credit back, which on this product, which is great too. A lot of the product drop ships right from AccuQuilt. So you don't have to wait for shipment. I just submit the orders to AccuQuilt and then they send them right out to you guys. And then the die catcher is an extra plastic piece that you can sit on the entry or exit of the product for the die to go through, and then just a platform for it to land on, which is nice. So it's just a little. I'm not sure what the strap is for. But there's got to be something you can
I
do
did
this with.
watch a video and they explained it and now I forget.
I bet the power supply fits in there. Yes, the power supply.
Yeah,
can
because
run.
it's a box. It
Yep.
says it's an
Yeah.
AC/DC
Your power,
adapter.
that looks like the power supply can fit in there. So your
Yeah.
power supply can run underneath there. I bet it'll show you right there.
Right,
There's
right.
a QR code that'll
yeah.
help us there. So this just goes right there and catches the bolt as it comes out.
Mm-hmm.
Next item is the 2.5-inch strip cutter. If you don't have any strip cutters, the most popular one is the 2.5-inch strip cutter because it's binding.
Right.
Binding's 2.5-inch strips. So what I thought we'd do is we'd cut bias binding.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now I'm relying on you, Carol.
All right.
I'm relying on you.
And this
so
is
we're gonna move this out of the way so you can fold your fabric, right?
all right.
Is that what
Yep,
we're doing?
yep.
Okay.
That's what we're doing. This
So.
was a one shot on YouTube. I
Okay.
watched the video.
Everyone, pay attention. Pay attention.
You need an 16 to 18 inch wide piece of fabric, and you're going to take it
So you
and open it up
with the fabric.
with the fabric 16 to 18
16
inches.
to 18 inches.
So
do
it's
you have
half
the
a
log
yard.
cabin cutter? We do.
Oh, that's the one that I want. Thank you for mentioning
We
that.
do have the log cabin.
And the goose tracks. I want the goose tracks. All right. So what we're going to do is open
Are you
this
worried, you're
up.
not worried about it being pressing it? No.
Right.
Just
Nah,
be quiet.
we'll,
Just go for it.
we'll
We're
just wing
practicing.
it.
Yep.
Yeah, right. We're just practicing. We're going to create a parallelogram.
Can they see the whole piece? Can you zoom out a little bit more? Are you able to?
Can't zoom out any
It's a.
All right.
Okay.
But
that's good.
anyway, we're
Yeah,
going
we'll
to
see it.
we're going to take one of the upper left corner and bring it down and match the edge down here. We're going to do the same with the other corner, but we're going to do the opposite. We're going to take the bottom right corner and fold it and meet it at the edge. Basically, you've created a parallelogram. Okay? You're going to take this.
Get back in school.
Yeah.
Your parallelogram.
Yeah.
Parallelogram.
All right,
yes.
you're going to take this and you're going to fold it. We're going to put it on the mat. We're going to fold it. Where's the mat? You got the mat?
Oh, right here.
Okay. Bring the mat up. Okay.
That's the folded in there. Or
Well,
so it's
we're
fine.
going
Okay,
to
you're gonna do
set it this way. Yeah.
Okay.
We're going to, well, see, I got messed up here.
Messed
All
up.
right. Let's just open it back up. Okay, so once again, you're going to take upper left, bring it down to the bottom edge, and then you're going to take the lower right and move it up. Then you're going to fold it in half. And you're going to bring the fold up to the edge of
the blade.
the blade, okay? Then you're going to create an envelope. You're going to take this and you're going to fold it in. We're good there, right?
Yep. Yep.
And we're going to take this end and fold it in. You're creating an envelope. Make sure you stay away from this blade that's there on the side. All right? That's all you're going to do.
Okay.
And then you're going to put hopefully these
That'll be okay.
crease, yeah.
Okay.
You know, at home you're going to use an iron piece. So we're just testing. That's what you do. And then we're going to lay our mat on top. You want to move that over. And we're going to feed it through. Now the Go Bolt is only 4 layers. I think we have more than 4 layers.
Yeah.
That's all right.
Go bolt is 4 layers, but
Yeah, we'll see if it works. All right. Okay, you're going to throw this away. You're going to throw that away.
oh my gosh, it did.
And look,
Yep.
there are your bias pieces, perfectly cut.
Yep.
Yep, you
There
have
it
to
is,
join
look.
them obviously, but there are your bias pieces. Perfect.
Look at that stretch.
I know. Isn't that awesome?
The curves that you can go around now. The
Oh.
curves that you can go around. Yes.
Unbelievable. Look.
Yeah.
Yep. Perfect.
And look, your plaid's now on the diagonal.
Right? Yep.
I think you've unleashed something in us, Carol. That's good. That's good. Yeah.
Love it. Love it. Yep.
And then you just piece your strips together,
Yep.
and you're ready to go.
Right?
Yep. That's
Right.
amazing.
Now you don't have to do that big of a piece. You can do, you know, you can use a smaller piece if
Yeah.
you're just making something small and don't need this
I like
much.
Sharon.
Or
Amazing.
do it all.
Lena, wow. Thank you. Yes, yes. Thank you for
Yep. Very
coaching us
simple.
along here. That's good.
Yep.
So
This is a good piece too. So let's put it over
that
here.
was our 2.5-inch strip cutter.
Yep.
You need to get all the strip cutters that you use most often. So the next one we have in the lineup is the 3-inch? So the next one is the 3-inch. So it's just, I don't know if we have it over here or not, but it looks like this.
Yeah, right.
It's just 3 inches apart.
Right.
So you'll get the blades to cut that. So if you want to cut 3 inches, I need to watch this again. Yeah, we should. So we've been talking about this. We need to do like these long videos where we talk about stuff and sell stuff, and then we need to do short little itty bitty 30-second videos on something just like that.
Right.
So we're working on that. So the 3-inch strip cutter. Now, if you need a place to store your racks or your dies,
Did you bring it? I'll get it.
that's right. So it's best not. It's such minimal waste, yes, and it's best not to store your dies stacked on top of each other
Right.
this way,
Right.
because that weight is
Will
going to
compress
cause
the foam.
foam to compress,
Yeah.
and you might run into the blade. So
Right.
this is a wire rack that you can use to store all different sizes. So this just fits in here nicely like this, and it helps store your.
Awesome.
So if you're looking for a wire rack, this one fits in perfectly. So you can fit 2 dies in each slot. So this 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. You can fit 10 dies in here, and all the different sizes. So that's a nice storage piece. And then, can some dies be bought both ways? These are cut with or finished size cut? So this is like the 2.5-inch strip cutter. It finishes at 2 inches if you're piecing on both sides of it. For binding, you're just folding it over and using it as a 2-inch strip cutter. So the finished is a little confusing. 3-inch finishes at 2.5. I never think of the finished size.
Me either.
I only think of the strip size I'm cutting.
Right.
So don't get overly. Can you use the rack for hoops? Yes, you could use the rack for hoops too.
Yeah, well,
You could
that's a good
definitely-
idea.
Yep, you could
Yeah.
definitely use that rack for hoops. Don't get too worried about the finish size versus the cut size, because like a 5-inch cut for a 5 by 5, like a charm square. If you were to make your own charm squares, you would just use the 5-inch cutter because it's 5 inches. Even though
Right.
it finishes at 4.5, so do charm squares. They finish at 4.5 because if you sew on each side, you lose a 1/4 inch on each side.
Yeah. Most
So-
quilt patterns will give you both, but the finished size is really just an addendum. They'll tell you to cut 1.5 by 5.5, and that's how you will buy your die.
I can't see you. There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, so this is the 2.5-inch strip cutter. We also have the 3.5-inch. We went through the rack. What else we got up there?
We have the mat and we have the log cabin.
Okay, the log cabin's great. Different size. Oh, is the log cabin up now? Do we have it over here?
I don't think
No.
so.
So
I didn't see it.
there's a little picture of it in there, but it cuts 1.5-inch strips to finish with a 12-inch block in a log cabin. And it lists the strips for you of what numbers they are to piece them together and stuff like that. It's a really nice way to make a log cabin because those strips are so tedious to cut to get them cut perfectly. With these strip cutters, they're amazing. So that's the log cabin die. You will earn that extra 10% credit back on all of the AccuQuilt purchases as well.
You can make a smaller than 12-inch log cabin too. There are lines on the die that tell you if you want to make an 8-inch, 9-inch, 10-inch. I think it's from 8-inch to a 12-inch log cabin. There are lines on the die that tell you where to put your fabric.
So up to a 12-inch.
Right.
Yep.
Yep.
Or mats. Mats. Now people ask about like what's the lifespan of dies and things like that. Dies have thousands of uses.
Right.
Thousands of uses. Mats have hundreds of uses. So when you use your mat, you just want to get in the habit of like flipping it over if you can. Each time you run it through, just you're getting cuts on both sides. It's like a really high quality cutting mat.
It is, and it's thicker than what I imagined it to be.
Yep.
Eventually, your blades will wear slight grooves in it, which is why you need to replace them and keep your die clean too. They sell a pick
Yep.
that you can clean your die.
Your
That
little
will
threads and
extend.
stuff.
That will improve your cuts and extend the life of it.
So let's do the which size? The 10 by 24? Let's put that one in. Is that the 2-pack? Okay. We sell them as 2-packs because that's how they sell them on their website. So you get 2 mats of this size, the 10 by 24, and that fits all the big, larger cutting mats. So like that log cabin die and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that'd be a good idea to put a little mark so you know which side is which. You can make sure you're rotated back and forth.
Mm-hmm.
So, and then the 6 by 12 mat is another very popular size, and that looks like it's just 1 die or 1 mat. That one looks like it's 1 mat for that price, and that's okay. And then the next one is a 6 by 6 mat. And that one is a 2-pack, and that's the square one. The ones that fit in here this size. So
Yeah.
what else? Is that it?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah,
So-
I'm going to sell some things too
Okay.
quickly, and then we'll let Kathy get ready for her show.
Thanks for letting me commandeer the show for a little bit for the
Yep.
AccuQuilt stuff. We're going to set aside a day, like a time slot each week for AccuQuilt. It might not happen until after the first of the year.
Yeah.
Because before you know it, do you know Christmas is next week?
Yeah.
It's
We're
like
closed Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday.
Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. We're back open Saturday, so come see us.
Yeah.
Come see us on Saturday.
And New Year's week, we're off Tuesday and Wednesday.
Yeah.
So
So we're
yeah.
going to do a little time off. So
Yep.
thanks, everyone. Good
Yep.
luck, Carol.
Yeah,
I'm going
thanks.
to move some of this stuff
All
out
right,
of the way.
great.
Yep.
Thank you so much,
You're
Steve.
welcome.
Yep. Okay. Sophie, what do we have next?
You can do your glue, bozo.
Yeah, let's do the Bosel. Okay. The Bosel, and I'm going to show you the double-sided. We've got the single-sided. Is this double-sided? Yeah, yeah. They should say it up here. I mean, you would kind of have to read the single-sided is what we have in the bubble, but we don't have it. So this is the double-sided, but ignore that part of it. It's the same thing. What size do we have? Do we have both sizes?
We do. We have the 18 and 36.
We have both the 18, 18 by what?
58 by 18 and then
58 by 36 size, obviously. Okay. That's the Bosel. And you need this for the tins. If you're going to do, more than one tin, get a package or 2 of this. I still have some left, and I'm on my 3rd or 4th one already. Yeah, the 58 by 36 is a good size. We are next going to do the Simama line glue.
That's the kit.
Yeah, this is the kit. This includes the seam treatment, which you put in this pen, and I love it. And this is the glue. When you're not using your glue, make sure that you put a needle or put the tip back on, because it will dry up. You can also use, and I'm going to put this out there too. I also use Elmer's washable glue, which I love too. And we don't have that, but you know where to get it. But this set is absolutely perfect. This stuff I will never be without, and I will never be without the glue. I've been using this system for years, and I show it here a couple of times, and people are like, "What? I've never heard of that." All right, so here it is. Grab it while it's hot. 10% back into your account. Next up is the Kingstar Metallic Holiday Quartet. It has the green, the red, the gold, and the silver. And the gold in here is number, I don't know if, I can't tell what gold it is with that. Oh, MG1, and the silver is MS1. It's perfect for the holidays. Your holiday sewing, which we're almost at.
Refills for the glue.
Yes, you can buy, I think there's a 4-ounce refill bottle for the glue.
Yep.
The other thing I want to mention quick before I forget, this Friday is going to be our last Wednesday, Thursday. We're not going to be doing a Friday Fabric Frenzy next week. So we might have a lot of Christmas fabric coming up on Friday. So you guys might want to watch to get some good bargains on Christmas fabric. What's next, Soph?
We only have time for a little bit. You want to do
That's
your scissors?
Yeah,
the
let's do
thread.
the scissors, and let's do this thread. And did we talk about the patterns in case anybody's interested?
Yeah, we can talk about it.
We could do these real quick. So we have the October one, which is the witch. I have to do this witch. I'm a big Halloween fan. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. There's the witch. Let me lay it down. Does that reduce the glare? Yes, it does, a little bit. Isn't she cute? She got one little toothy. Okay, that's the October. The November is the one that I have that's finished with the pumpkins. I love this one. This was the first one that I bought. And I bought it from my girlfriend's quilt shop before Gloria got them in because I didn't know if she was going to get them in. But now I get them here. All right, December's is the Santa, the one that we worked on today. And like I said, if you guys have any questions, you can go ahead and message me, or you can send me something through Facebook. I'm on the group a lot, or messenger me, friend me, and messenger me, or rewatch the videos. Last week was the 10th. I did the first session, and today was the second one. We'll probably show them again as we get some of the other designs in. I'll probably do it again. This is the January one, and it's the snowman. And when I get the crystals on and get both of the December and January in, I'll bring them in and make sure to show you guys. Okay. Next is the Madeira thread. This is called the Smart Box, because this thread is actually called green thread, which is pretty cool. Inside, look at all the colors. Is this a rayon or a polyester thread? Madeira. Quilting and embroidery thread, quilt, unstickern. Okay, that must be, I don't know what language that is. Unstickern, does that sound German or something? Und. Okay. Let's see, standard 100. It's the Okotex, Confidence in Textiles. 1,000 meters. It is, but gorgeous colors. It's a rainbow of colors. There's white, green, yellow, purples. Your basics, so there's black in there too. Gorgeous set. It's 40 weight, and it's 100% lyocell. That's because it's lyocell. That's because it's green and sustainable. I'm going to have to try this thread. That's interesting. Okay. Are we just about done?
Yep.
All right. We're going to be done, guys. Kathy needs to get ready for her show. We're loading you up on shows, right? Good. Sharon says it's German. Yeah, it did sound und. All right. Could we do a crystal on the, you know what? Could we do a crystal on the witch? We could do a big green one for a wart on her nose. Yeah. Right? Yeah. Okay. All right, guys. Thanks so much. I'll see you on Friday. Kathy's going to be on this afternoon, and we have my favorite things tomorrow. So thanks for hanging around. Hope you guys liked my demo and like the AccuQuilt. I'm getting one, seriously. All right, bye. Thank you.